That is hilarious.
So
we need to check ourselves. We didn't even check ourselves. We're gonna wreck ourselves. That's what I'm thinking. Right now, Mike, check in while you go through the notes.
Some podcast gold that happens while we're doing this.
There might be.
Just remember, Irene, you have to get up. These mics are like you
have to get up close.
You don't have to get up too close.
But I have to lean forward.
Is this hazing? Is this hazing of her?
Welcome to the Family Style Podcast, a ministry of Calvary Chapel Palm Harbor. Real life, real faith, family style.
And then once we get done with the Proverb Professor, it's a nice lead into our Bible reading, so our individual Bible reading sharing with the Lord.
So I'm like, what am I? What is it, like the icebreaker guy or whatever? It's like, all right, time to get serious.
He's a chameleon.
The chameleon,
what? Time to get serious. Oh,
so I've been reading the Proverbs.
It's like, all right,
one a day.
Get essential.
And the first 7 or so, wow.
Yeah.
The first 7 are pretty.
They're amazing.
Yeah.
I am beginning to think that every proverb, there's something about wisdom, a promiscuous woman, and idiots.
Well, I think it's yes, all of that.
Every proverb has those three.
It's about like wisdom,
bingo,
sexual immorality, and craziness.
Wisdom and the opposite of wisdom.
We should have like proverb bingo. Okay, if these connect.
I got bingo on Proverbs 9.
That would be
I got the adulterous woman.
That would be a fun event. No. Hold on.
It's so quiet.
Hello and welcome back to the Family Style Podcast. I'm here. I think this is week 5 of the podcast. I'm here. My name is Colby. I'm here with the usuals. We got Pastor Ben over here to my left.
Hello.
We got Mr. Joel Robinson over here across the table to me. And then a special guest, Miss Irene is here. And we are going to be your 4 podcasters for today's episode. Thank you guys for tuning in. A lot of stuff to talk about. Remember, I'm going to say at the beginning of the show, because not everyone gets to the end. If you are on the YouTube or the app, find us on the app, subscribe to us on YouTube.
Yeah.
Spread the word of the podcast do all the things. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff.
Share.
We can get it all. Share a video with your friend, whatever. We're past that. Pastor Ben, we got a lot of stuff going on at the church right now.
Man, highs and lows this week. So let me see. Highs, lots of good stuff going on. I will tell you, aside from the church, it's starting to get warm. Like, I never complain about cold weather, and now I really do miss it already. Like, it seems like just a couple weeks ago, we had a special guest who was in a jacket and a blanket, and we came in here tonight, and it is not cold in here at all. So that's my low and my high. So summer's here, and it's been beautiful weather. It's nice to ride the motorcycle tonight.
It's been just it got really warm fast. Like, I could have taken some of those low 80 days, high 70s, low 80s, but we're back up to, I think it was 90 today when I was driving.
And there's not much cloud coverage
down
either.
By the water.
Yeah.
It's been breezy down by the water. Yeah, like I'm in Dunedin, so we get a little breeze, and it's not been terrible. I can still walk my dog in the afternoon.
There we go.
So the shop I'm working at, it did not work there last year at this time, and so I like to take that road that goes along the water that's so pretty.
Edgewater.
And then it goes to, and I love taking that. Mm-hmm. But now that the Blue Jays are playing baseball,
it's so
I can't
crowded.
take it.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
No, it's so crowded.
Yeah, those small cities, like,
you get stuck at the light. It's awful.
Well, it's like the Dunedin, like that one exit at Clearwater, that exit, like, those cities are not meant for the amount of people that go to spring training games. The traffic is bad.
Well, the reason it's really crowded this year is because the Blue Jays won the pennant last year.
Yeah.
And they are really happy. The Canadians are all, and we love the Canadians. We love them.
Hey.
So we're very happy they're there. I don't complain. But it is crowded.
Yeah.
Joel, you're quiet over there.
I don't like the Blue Jays.
I was trying to formulate a sentence where I could say about. I couldn't think of one, so I was churning over there, and I just couldn't get one.
You know what's about time for? A proverb.
Oh, yes, I'm the Proverbs Professor, and I don't know what that was.
What accent was that?
What?
It was my Canadian accent. I don't know.
Hey?
Here's my proverb. Today's the 10th. Verse 11 is a good one. The mouth of the righteous is a well of life, but violence covers the mouth of the wicked. And I think I've done this one in the past, but it always really resonates with me. Just thinking about how, with the righteous, just life is being poured out. It's consistent. You can expect it. You know it's coming. But then violence is the thing that's covering the mouth of the wicked. Like that intent to harm, that intent to go against somebody. That's the very thing that's covering the goodness that God would want to do from their life. That selfish, violent way of life is the thing that's keeping the righteousness of God from coming out of the wickedness, out of the wicked.
Yeah, it's interesting you say that. When I think of sin, like its truest form is the twisting and the rejecting of what God has for you, and that's kind of what the Proverbs saying is, like, that violence to go against something, or that sin to go against God is what's keeping you away from God.
Yeah, somebody seeking to do harm is going against God in so many ways.
Yeah.
I'm gonna change and not so spiritual, and we talked about this a little bit before the podcast. But I do think there would be a place for a Proverbs bingo card. So
I think this is $1 million idea.
The wicked, the righteous, the adulterous woman.
I mean, no, I'm not gonna lie. Ever since we talked about this pre-podcast, I can't stop thinking about it. I think this
is. So if you just had a chart like that.
So like, say the chart. Sorry, I cut you off. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I'm very excited.
I can
like
tell.
The chart says like adulteress, wisdom. Like all those words.
Is there a better word we could use than adulteress?
But there's a bunch
well,
of
whenever there's an adulterous woman, there's usually an adulterous man along.
Yeah.
So. I think he's called a fool.
A fool.
That's right. A fool is exactly.
Fool,
that's
faith, like all those
usually
wisdom, wicked.
Yes. So
those are all like bingo
walking into
words.
death, death awaits him.
Proverbs bingo.
And then the person who's hosting the bingo, we got Proverbs, and he says Proverbs 5:29. He pulls those two numbers, and you read that verse, and if those words pop up in that verse, you cover the words. This is a $1 million idea. I should box this up and sell this and make millions of money.
We should edit this out so nobody takes your idea.
Nope, we're just advertising.
Is it over weeks that you do it? It's like a game we play to get people to watch the podcast.
You could do both, or you could play it in a big setting with a bunch of people.
You could.
Yeah, and have different boards.
So what if we were to plan it out? So at the end of the year, when we do our end of the year podcast at Christmas time, we could have a brief game, a 15-minute game of Proverbs bingo.
I think we need to sell this with the whole congregation. I like this idea. I'm gonna talk to some people, and we're gonna get this figured out.
Make it happen.
I'm gonna talk to some people. I thought that joke was hilarious on Sunday, and it did not work.
I thought it was funny.
I thought it was really funny.
Like a brick. And he has not talked to me about it yet, so I don't know if he thought it was funny. That's even more important because it's bad. If he didn't think it was funny, it's gonna.
It was harmless. Like there's nothing he could be like.
It's two of his classic quotes.
Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah, and it was
perhaps today.
Every time you do that, I think it's hilarious. I truly do. So I was laughing, but no, I don't think people really understood what was going on.
I think people missed it.
Yeah.
I think people missed it.
Did you hear I said what I said? Oh, Lord, help me. And somebody in the front row, he's helping you. He's helping you. It's like, I'm done. Crazy. I'm getting off now. Wow. Let's pray. Let's go home.
And then we learned, on Sunday that, cows come from ribeyes.
I can't. That's the best part of teaching at this church is when you make a mistake. It's so humble.
But you did a great job. And that actually sounded
that's
sarcastic.
Like the special needs.
No.
Oh, but you did a good job.
No.
Here's a classic. Irene, here's a classic Colby quote. This is a real Colby quote. Hey, that was almost good. You were this close to being good.
I was not good. I did not. I didn't say that though. If a lot of people who know me know that I don't sugarcoat things, and he actually did do a great job. I just thought it was funny that he said that cows come from ribeyes. That's all I thought.
I just got. Do you understand? Like when you're not eating and you're hungry.
You were hungry.
And Jose sends a text on Wednesday
funny.
Like, "Hey, I hope I don't want to cause anybody to stumble, but does your Bible look like a sirloin?" And I'm like, "Well, now it does."
That was really funny. Really, really good.
I mean, that's just a guy who likes ribeyes. That's all that is. It's like, you know what those ribeyes are? The cows, man.
They're good. Okay, please, somebody.
Save us.
So speaking of, how did we get here? Hey, how was your Bible reading this week? Tell me what's going on. What's the Lord showing you through the Word?
So I'm in Deuteronomy, which I have to tell you, I always like reading Deuteronomy. It's like this great recap and summary of everything that came before it. And I got to tell you, I've enjoyed it. But it's also been a little eye-opening this time to me. Not that I didn't see it before, but this time I really paid attention to when the Israelites first came to the Mount Orb, and God showed himself to them, all of them. And they heard his voice, and they got the 10 Commandments verbally from God himself in this cloud. And they said, Moses, we don't want God to come this close to us in the burning. They said, or we will die. And God says, you're right. That's probably right. Moses, come on up the hill, and and I'll give you the commandments and the law. And it took them no time to start playing and getting idol cows, 40 days, and they had just heard God himself. They'd heard him through all of this that had happened. Yeah. And I think, how many times do we go through this great spiritual moment? We have this unbelievable that there's God moment, and the next day we're untrusting, or we desire something and we just completely forget that he's already done so much for us.
Yeah.
Amen.
And so that I always just love Deuteronomy, but it just Exodus 19 and 20 kind of came up in my reading today there, and I thought that was great.
Amen.
Are you?
No, go ahead. Buddy.
I'm gonna go next because my what stuck out to me in my reading time also came from Deuteronomy, and last night it was Deuteronomy 28, and this was. So I clicked on the plan on my Bible app, and it had one chapter of Deuteronomy. I was like, all right, this will be pretty quick and easy. And then I kept scrolling through my Deuteronomy. I was like, that's a long chapter.
Was it yesterday? There was like 6 chapters.
That's what I have to. That was, I think, today, or at least that's where I am today. I saw that and I was like, oh boy. But I think it is like. Every Tuesday, I think we get loaded up.
On the Monday, or whatever your days before your Sabbath, it's loaded.
Yes, so I see.
That was one of the sells with this. It was like, oh, you get a day off, but I didn't realize, you're going to get a day off. But the day before, we're going to hammer you. You're going to do like a Tuesday. Yeah,
so that's always like Tuesday for me, how I have it set up. Okay. But yeah, yesterday I did Deuteronomy 28, and it was just like the subheading is blessings on obedience. And there was it was just a whole I don't know if benediction is the right word for that, but just just proclamation of why you should obey, what comes from obedience, and then what comes from disobedience. And I mean, reading verse 1 right now, it says, "Now it shall come to pass, if you diligently obey the voice of the Lord your God, to observe carefully all his commandments, which I command to you today, that the Lord your God will set you high above all nations of the earth." And that is still, to this day, applicable to us, and it's applicable, and it's a direct application. And again, for them, a lot of these people probably heard that proclamation or read that, and they were like, oh yeah, man, we're gonna be able to do whatever we want as a nation right now. We're gonna be able to go wherever we want. But for us, it's like we're going to be set apart in terms of our action and our light and the way we act and who we follow and where we're going. And again, and the rest of the chapter goes into just the wicked and twisting that comes from disobedience, and then the glory that comes from obedience. So I mean, it's simple, but it's just a great reminder to obey and to listen to what the Lord has for you. And a lot of that times that comes from directly reading the Bible and listening to what the Bible says. So yeah, that's what stood out to me.
I think I'm in a similar section of Deuteronomy right now. I think it was chapter 9, but again, that idea of obedience coming up. He says, "Be careful to obey every command I'm giving you today, so that you may have strength to go in and enter the land you are about to enter." And to think that Moses isn't entering into that land, and the resentment that he could have right now against these guys, to say, I don't care, do what you want to do. I'm about to pass away before you guys cross over the Jordan River, and I don't good riddance to you guys. But here he is, excited for them. Continue on in these good things. Continue on in obedience, and you will have the blessings that will come to you as you enter into the promised land that God's promised to you. To see where Moses was last week in the reading plan, and to kind of stumbling in that moment where he could have trusted God to talk to the rock. And now here he is, even more mature, even more understanding, even more excited for these Israelites when they've been stinky as ever. It's just amazing to see the maturity of Moses, and to kind of compare that to some of the other guys where you see toward the end of their lives in the Bible, like some of the failures and the flaws that come out of their lives. And here, Moses, I mean, he's standing strong in these final days.
It always blows my mind, just to piggyback off what you say, like the people kind of losing it later in life in the Bible. Like we're talking about the Proverbs, like Solomon, and like the wisdom that comes from Proverbs, and to see the kind of derailment of him later on in his life is pretty crazy. And I think that's a really good thing to pick up, Joel. I
think it was Pastor Brett that brought this out the first time. Like I'd known it but didn't recognize it. He was talking about David, how when David had that thing with Bathsheba, he was older in life. He was he should have known better. Like it's that wake up call. Like just because we've gotten more mature and we've aged doesn't mean we can let down our guard. Yeah. Solomon's a great example too. Hey, for me, I think it was yesterday. Deuteronomy chapter 10. This is where, "O now Israel, what does the Lord your God require of you, but to fear the Lord your God, to walk in His way, and to love Him, and to serve the Lord your God." And so, on that same day where I read that in Deuteronomy, there was also in the New Testament. We were reading in Mark where Jesus had answered the question, what's the greatest commandment? He said the first of the commandments is this: "Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one, and you shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and all your mind." And so for me, it was like that double, like a right-left punch of like, here it is in the Old Testament. This is what the Lord requires, and here it is, Jesus again, just confirming, summarizing. This is to love the Lord your God. I get wrapped into all these things I'm trying to do to try this, and really it's just loving the Lord your God, and it will be displayed in what you guys were talking about, obedience.
And love your neighbor as yourself.
Yeah, second. So it was good. And that I mentioned this last Tuesday when we were doing the hangout with School of Ministry boys, is that when Moses at the end of his ministry and the Lord says you're not going to go in, you can't go in. And then his prayer, he was praying for the next guy because he wanted a caliber of man. It's like, I don't have that character that Moses, like Moses was, he wasn't pitching a fit. Well, these guys are whiners, and it's really, if you know what it's like to 40 years of these. Instead, he was like, okay, what's best for this flock that I've been shepherding? I want to make sure the next guy, Lord, make sure he's got this, this, and he just listed out those things. That's a quality man of God.
He was a humble man, Moses.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, that was good stuff, man. Good stuff. Hey, so we got Irene here as our special guest, and so a couple of things I wanted to run around with. And so, Irene, do you mind sharing? We met on Sunday. We were chatting. Do you mind sharing with our guys and our thousands of listeners here on the podcast
about New Life Solutions?
Yeah, let's talk about New Life Solutions. So I've heard it. I think we talk about the Walk for Life every year. And so maybe perhaps for some folks, our listeners that aren't familiar with, what is New Life Solution?
So New Life Solution is the mantra is supporting life and providing alternatives to mothers and babies, right? Sharing the gospel and saving lives. That's what they do. And it's been really a struggle over the last couple of years because, the Roe versus Wade was overturned. And so everybody thinks Florida is doing great. We got the 6-week law and all that. But truly in Florida, abortion is rising. It's up. Chemical abortions where women are alone in their bathrooms losing their babies. It's never been higher. And New Life Solution offers alternatives to mothers, and they share the gospel through the whole process. So last year they saved 35 children from the abortion pill.
Amen.
They were able to turn back the miscarriage and save the babies. They preach to these women, and they've been able to save, I think they saved, 300 and, I don't know how many people they saved, but it was a lot. I'm going through it, and I don't have all the details.
Irene, I'm speaking from my own ignorance because I didn't know. In preparing for this podcast, I do a little research, and so can you clarify for our listeners and maybe even for some of the young men here? So when you said chemical, like when I think of abortion, I think of like going into the doctor and having a procedure and all that stuff. But this chemical, if I'm not mistaken, this is now, you don't even have to go to a doctor. You can actually buy a pill online.
So you can buy a pill online, and there are two pills. One starves the baby of progesterone and therefore starves the child, and the second one terminates the pregnancy. it causes early labor.
No doctor's note, no referral.
You just buy it online.
Just like
you buy it online, and there are so many possibilities for trauma, for just true physical hurt for the woman, and no one. Yeah, I mean, there's no counseling involved. There's no holding of hands. These women deal with that shame the way they deal with the shame, and it is. I mean, I'm sitting here with 3 men, but I can't imagine doing that in the bathroom, and the instruction and what the instructions are pretty specific.
So here the church is celebrating over the Roe versus Wade, and which are good things. But the enemy, it's actually worse now than it was before.
Well, so the abortion industry's response to our going to 6 weeks and the Roe versus Wade is they now provide fully paid for abortion. So if you're in Florida and you're 7 or 8 weeks and you can't get your abortion, the Planned Parenthood will fly you to another state to get one. And it's, that the average cost for a client to leave the state to go get an abortion is about $2,700. So the lengths we go to kill babies is amazing. We'll go.
Unbelievable.
So just in the last week in my life, so I have my daughter-in-law who's pregnant, and the family, we are just celebrating, we're rejoicing. We put the nursery together on Saturday, like we went over there and
it's so
put
special.
beds together. And I mean, Carrie she is beside herself. Like we're embracing. And then in the same token, in the same week, one of the guys I work with, he just found out that his wife is pregnant, and it's not a celebration. It's not a good news. And so our society. It's shocking the way that. And do you have the numbers? Because I was naive. I thought when I heard abortions in the U.S., I was thinking like maybe a couple hundred or a couple thousand, but the
Millions
number,
it's
staggering.
But what's nice about what New Life Solution does to support life and to support the mothers is they give free ultrasounds. They do free pregnancy tests. They do the abortion pill reversal. They do STD testing, well woman care. If a woman comes into one of their clinics, they have 3, and she's pregnant, and she decides that they're able to minister her, and she decides to keep her child. They give her free pregnancy care throughout her whole pregnancy. There's no cost to the mother. They give lots of support, and one of the things they're doing now is a 24-hour hotline for women in a traumatic place, in an unwanted pregnancy. They can call anytime, 24 hours, and if they Google online abortion center, this phone number will come up, and they can call a nurse, and a live nurse, not AI, a live nurse over the 24-hour period will talk to them and get them the help they need, because they act, because of this pill, they'll call up sometimes and say, I've got the pill, I've got the pills, I got them, they got in the mail today, and I don't know what to do. And they're able to talk to them and minister them. There's women, being saved to Jesus Christ and saving their children. They do really good work. And they also have another 2 dynamics to what they do. They do More to Life, which is they send a group into schools, and they try to teach consequences of bad decisions to the
high
youth,
schoolers?
To the high schoolers, wherever they can get in. It's less and less secular schools, but they do get in, and they try to explain to them, we're losing all these babies because we're making bad sexual decisions. If you're having sex with someone and you don't want a baby, then, the men have no say in the matter. It's really awful. And then they have Passions for Hope, which is Passages of Hope, which is abortion recovery for women who wake up one morning and they realize what they've done, and
the trauma
that goes through. And it's not just for women; it's for men. They have taken many men through this program. When I've heard this the first time, I hadn't even considered the men, but the trauma the men go through this process is also pretty intense. So they have that threefold. let's talk about consequences. Let's help the women that are going through the crisis pregnancy. And if they make the horrible decision, or the women that have made the horrible decision, because in this country we've killed, 65 million babies since Roe versus Wade. There's a lot of women and men who are having regrets, and to go through it. Passages of Hope is a very healing study to go through. Amen. And it's all through Jesus.
When you think about when you talk about the kind of the post effects of having an abortion, there's so many people that are almost brainwashed into thinking that it's normal, it's natural, it's what you should be doing.
They think it's healthcare.
Exactly, and that is people say that all the time, and it's not, and it's a human being, and for again, there's going to be a day where again most people are going to get these procedures done, and then it might be a week, a month, a year, whatever's going to happen. They're going to wake up and they're going to, like you said, understand what they did, and it's important to support, and I think it's also important in terms of just as a challenge to the people who watch, just Christians in general, there's a difference between saying and having the stance and telling people and voting a certain way, that's all good and having that stance, but there also is a difference between that and then also supporting, and that's what the New Life does, and that's what spreading word of mouth, if you financially can, supporting whatever it is, doing the Walk for Life, that there's a difference between saying and doing, and I do think that's something that we could challenge. I mean, I'm sure we could challenge each other here, but other Christians just to really be doers, not just sayers.
Well, it's a wonderful organization, and this is one of their main fundraisers, which is the Walk for Life, and that is on May 2nd. But we're starting to fundraise now, and it's your typical walk fundraiser. You sponsor somebody for so many miles.
Give you so many dollars for every lap or mile or
whatever you walk, or you just do a straight fund. Joe. Joe is a big walker.
A trooper.
He's a trooper. He raises a lot of money for New Life Solutions, and
Coffee Joe.
And Coffee Joe makes the best coffee, and he's going to walk again for New Life, and I usually raise a little money, and I don't necessarily walk every time, but I'm gonna walk this time. I would love to get a group of people to walk with me. That would be
Irene,
be great.
If somebody wants to do more than that, if they're interested in, maybe somebody has some time and they're interested in volunteering or whatever, what's the best way for them to reach out directly to New Life Solutions?
Yes, reach out to New Life Solutions, absolutely. And we're gonna. Hopefully, if things work out, I know we got a lot going on. I'll put a sign on a desk or something, and they'll have a little barcode they can go in.
Joel, was this the same thing? Was it New Life Solutions that we did the Beard for Life or whatever?
Yeah, that was that. Yeah.
And Pastor Brett shaved his beard off as a fundraiser.
Yeah, that was an odd era.
It was. Did you do it too?
I did Wolverine. I did straight down the middle Wolverine.
He did.
Well, before we transition from New Life Solutions, so that I do want to say this, and as you were sharing this, I thought about this. My dad told me this years ago. He was unplanned, and so of course this is back in the 50s or 40s, but he was not planned, and he says that his dad and mom had a conversation, and his dad was wanting to get an abortion, and his mom said no, and so praise the Lord they didn't get an abortion, because I wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
We don't, how many families have lost so many of their offspring this way.
Yeah. And we do have in our distant family, we have someone who's experienced an abortion, and my heart just goes out. There is definitely trauma and things that are happening because of that. There's still
it's a life of consequences, because it's a lifetime of consequences.
Yeah. Praise the Lord for His grace.
Yes.
Hey, so not only you're in the New Life Solutions, but you're also involved
in Operation Christmas Child. But Operation Christmas Child is at Christmas, but we are planning already. So we're already having, I'm a year-round volunteer with Operation Christmas Child on the prayer team, and we are already having meetings to talk about how we're going to plan to collect the boxes this year. The Samaritan's Purse is really focusing on unreached people groups, which are a lot of those boxes that we collect online as well as the ones that we make, but really reaching out to unreached people groups that, are very hard to reach, and getting them the gospel.
Two things when I hear Operation Christmas Child, two things I think about. Number one is I think about of course, the Christmas boxes. And then secondly, I think of Jennifer Fernandez, and I'm just reminded even this moment to pray for her.
Yes.
Such a sweet lady. So,
Yes.
yeah, good stuff. So, all that good stuff going on. Have you done a Walk for Life, Joel? Have you ever done that one?
It's been a little bit, but I have done them.
I have no excuse. I've never been. I don't know why.
I've done it.
Well, this
You
year
did?
they have 2 walks they're doing. There's one up here at Lakeview and near Tarpon, and then the main one is down in St. Pete.
The Lakeview, is that the one off East Lake and Keystone?
You know,
with the big crosses. Yeah.
With the big cross and the lake out front?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there are two locations, same day,
Amen.
May 2nd.
Oh, we'll see about that. We'll walk around that. But in order to walk, you have to have some ribeyes in your belly. You got to have some
You gotta
protein.
eat.
There you go.
You gotta eat.
Wow.
No walking on an empty stomach.
And we all know where ribeyes come from.
Phenomenal
From
transition.
ribeyes.
Phenomenal transition, Ben. I'm really proud of you.
And we all know where ribeyes come from, right?
This is.
Go ahead, get it out.
I feel like I just watched you grow up with that transition right there. That was amazing.
I never can tell when you're being
No,
serious.
I'm being
and
serious.
sincere.
That was amazing. That was podcast gold.
almost good.
Podcast.
That was
almost
podcast
good.
gold. I see. They're putting words in my mouth. I'm being nice.
Where's my transition badge? Did I earn a transition badge? Did I
Yeah.
get that
Well,
one?
if you keep talking, you're gonna get rid of your transition badge.
So let's go back and look at. So this is the Tuesday after the Sunday of the week of fasting. And
March
so,
10th.
Yeah, what a powerful week, and I so many things to go over and review. It was exciting, like no matter what conversation I was in during the week with people from the church. Hey, so are you doing the fast? Are you participating in the fast? And I never had anybody say nope. Everybody was like, I'm doing this, and to hear the different varieties of, some were social media, some were soda, some was specific sodas. I'm not drinking Diet Coke. I'm like, oh. You guys know who that is?
I have an idea.
Social media, and then there was, of course, those that were doing food and all that stuff. So, how'd you guys do with the week? What was your thoughts?
It was really, really amazing. I was trying to fast the Monday, and then I accidentally had some jelly beans for breakfast.
You shouldn't have said that.
So now we know who Pastor Ben was talking about in the pulpit. I knew, and I was crying, cracking up in my seat.
Hey, I
didn't say your name.
Podcast exclusive.
Yeah,
right there.
podcast exclusive.
Now you know. If you were wondering, you only find out on the podcast.
So what'd you do after Monday?
I fasted. I think the lunch Tuesday, but then I was helping somebody move. That's what happened.
You got to eat when you're up.
Yeah, for sure.
It was so we
It was
moved.
hot last
We
week,
moved
too.
him from the second floor,
Ooh.
and then get this. When we moved them into their next apartment, it was third floor.
Ooh.
No elevator?
No elevator. And they had some nice stuff. So I was like, God, thank you for letting me have Wendy's for breakfast.
You got crowns in heaven for that one, bro.
Yeah, that's brutal.
Third floor. Somebody texted me today and said, "Oh, we're getting ready to move. We might need some help." And I'm like, crickets. I'm gonna ghost that text.
That's
Wait, Calvary Chapel Palm Harbor, not Calvary Chapel
moving people
Service.
is really hard.
Joel, do you remember when I came on staff?
We were moving some.
We were
like,
moving
once a
people
week.
like every week.
I was kidding but serious, in that we should have got T-shirts.
I thought for real that somebody had written like Calvary Chapel moving in my phone number in the women's restroom, because it was like somebody was always calling like, "Hey, I need to
Probably.
move. I need to move. I need to
It's
move."
word of mouth, bro. Word of mouth. That means you're doing a good job, though, at least.
We should have dropped a vase or something, then we would have gotten it.
You would have been fine. No one would have asked you again.
I'm actually at the point now where I'm just like, I'm old. I can't do it. Like, I'm old.
And I can't. My back won't let me do it. So I barely get to move my own.
But-
I pay hunks with a trunk.
Chunks. Yeah.
hunks with a trunk, or college hunks, or whatever it is.
All right. Settle down over
we
there.
only endorse Kowalski moves around
Stephen
here. Come
Kowalski
on.
delivers.
I
a
didn't
move.
know. I don't know. You know.
So when we moved this last time to where we're at now, which is a little house over here in Palm Harbor, the kids that helped me and Carrie sat down and she figured out since we've been married, we've moved 14 times.
Wow.
I remember
Wow.
watching my kids when they were like 10, 12. They knew how to pack boxes. They knew how to load the truck better than some men did. They just were good at it. So, yeah, we did a lot of moving. So, yeah. How did we end up on moving?
I really don't know.
We were talking about fasting.
I was fasting, but then it was like, I don't know if I can fast with this giant move.
How'd you do on your stuff, Colby?
I fasted on soda, and I didn't have any soda last week, so that
Nice.
was good. Not like the craziest step of faith in terms of fasting, but it felt good to, like, obviously there was multiple times where I was like, man, a soda would be nice with this meal right now, but I didn't have it. And again, it was a good reminder to, think of God when you had those kind of like wants to have soda or wants to have food or wants to go on social media. So it went good. I followed the prayer guide, the handout.
The menu?
The menu. I read those verses, prayed over those verses. So it was really good. Sweet time.
I was like day 2 into it. First of all, I did not realize how crucial it is to eat. So it's like I did this sun up to sundown, 6 to 6, and by like 4 in the afternoon, 3-4 in the afternoon, like I was done. Like I was grouchy, tired, no strength, no energy. Like I could tell, like brain fog, all that stuff. It's amazing how. But by day 2, I also had this like, man, Lord, I need to do this on a regular basis. And then I read this, and it convicted me. Did you know the Pharisees would fast twice a week?
It's
twice a week.
So I think Pastor Brett mentioned it at one point. If you before a fast focus less on carbs and more on protein, and you're going to do better on your fast. And I do dabble in an intermittent fasting. So this was a pretty long fast for me because I actually did try to do it. And I was good until Saturday. I broke it on Saturday because I couldn't. But, yeah.
Well, then you're worried, like when you break it, not to make it more fit, but you're like, okay, when I break my fast, what am I going to break my fast with?
Right.
No offense, Joe, but I couldn't do jelly beans. Like
No.
It was on the table.
And just to be
Well,
clear,
this was on Monday, to be clear. For
so
sure.
on Saturday,
After that, I fasted the whole time.
on Saturday when I broke my fast, I was at the Operation Christmas Child lunch meeting at Queen's Pizza, and I'm like, oh man.
You're like,
So I got a Mediterranean salad. I did not eat the pizza.
Good for you.
But when
Good
I
job.
got home, I did eventually have the carbs. I did because I was like, I was hungry.
Yeah.
Once I started, it was really hard to
Yeah.
stop.
This
Oh,
is
yeah.
an absolute rabbit trail, and I know it is, but I'm going to say it anyhow. Have you had Fireside Pizza in Palm Harbor? Oh, my goodness.
I have not.
So good.
I have
Their
not.
meatballs, Joe, phenomenal.
I know people in St. Pete who talk about Fireside Pizza. Like it's renowned.
I
around
have
us.
not been there.
So in the one that's close to me is Piper's Pizza, and it's good pizza. It's in that little plaza there by the Mexican, and it's good. And so my neighbor across the street, Paul, like the apostle, his dog and my dog are good friends. They always play when we're walking, and his son works at Piper's, and so I'd said something about how good the pizza is, and his son works there, and he goes, yeah, but it's no Fireside. And I go, what is Fireside? He goes, oh man, they got the best pizza. And listen, their hummus, I know you guys are going to laugh at that, but they make their own hummus, and it's phenomenal. But here's the deal.
Where is this?
It's
Fireside?
Downtown Palm Harbor. But
Really?
here's the deal. Like it is a house that's turned into a restaurant, and they have an oven, like they have a brick oven with wood in there.
Oh, it's
so
hot.
It's amazing. But it's packed. Whenever they're open, they're packed. And so you were to call and say, I want to get a pizza delivered. Nope. I want to get Grubhub to pick it up. Nope. That you have to go pick your pizza up, or you have to physically go there and buy it. And so when you call and say, hey, I want to get a pizza, and they'll say, okay, how about 6:45? And that's like an hour and a half. Like they only have so much room, so you have to. So if you're in a hurry for a pizza,
It's like a doctor's appointment.
and their wings are even better than their pizza.
wow.
So that's nice to know, but I've got to stay away from Fireside Pizza, or I would go. I can't get on that. I can't get on that pony. I just can't. I got to let that go.
Oh, sorry. So the spiritual side of the fast, I mentioned some of it on Sunday, but I'm remembering my first love. Like I'm remembering all the stuff and even I was telling Carrie yesterday, I remember when I used to listen to worship music all the time, and now I just have flooded my listening time with like books. I'm listening to books. I'm listening to podcasts and sermons and prophecy events and all that stuff, and I don't do that anymore. I don't have that worship time, and so now I'm trying to be a little more structured on. Hey, in the afternoons, I'm going to start focusing on just listening to worship music.
So on the spiritual side, because I never stopped following the war, but it was Purim, and so I was all into Esther this week.
Oh yeah,
I was all into that. That was
3 days, no food. I think it's no water either, right?
No. Well, yeah. When they fast no food or water. Yeah,
For
that's
3
what
days.
I think she said. when she said have everybody fast. But it was a great book to read, and to hear so many people were talking about it, and just how it was all relating to what was going on over there. So it was
Did you see that little, what is it called, a GIF, a meme, whatever, where it showed Trump and Netanyahu in the cart, and that guy was the Haman pulling the cart? That was pretty funny. It wasn't funny when Pastor Britt had to explain it to us. Like, I knew what it was. He didn't have to explain it. But
there's always good memes with President Trump.
Oh, yeah. He is meme-worthy. Hey, so lots of good stuff coming up here at Calvary Chapel Palm Harbor. This is Tuesday. We're recording this podcast, and excitement is in the air because on Sunday we will have our annual church picnic at Philippi Park. And so this will be my sixth picnic.
Wow.
Yeah.
Have you been practicing your cornhole?
Yeah, so I actually called somebody out. So I am the Man Up, Calvary Chapel Orlando Man Up men's retreat. I was the champion for 2 years in a row, so I'm gonna.
You're defending your title.
I lost this year, so.
Cornhole?
Oh, cornhole.
So Jason Bro has we have a duel coming up, so we're gonna see who shows up. So, but we don't
You have
know.
to announce it. I want to watch.
My partner, I got to see if Sean's going to be there. Sean's been working. He's my buddy who works at the hospital, so sometimes he does shift work and all that stuff. So I got to make sure he's going to be there. So.
Oh wow,
You guys
legit.
Gonna be in it? Are you guys going to be in the tournament?
My low for this week is I'm not going to be here for the church picnic. I'm going to be out of town.
Tough.
That's my low this week. Yeah, but if I was, you're. Let's just say it like this: you're lucky I'm not in it.
Oh,
Yeah,
lucky, he says.
lucky. No, Ben's actually pretty good at cornhole.
He's
he's
cornhole.
pretty good. I've played cornhole with him a few times. He's pretty
You
good.
ever played, Irene?
I ride the coattails of Ben sometimes.
No,
Don't hype me up because then I'll stink it up.
I can't imagine that I'd be any good at it.
It's a fascinating sport. I'll never forget the first time I'm watching it. Like, what in the world? And I'm like, oh, it's kind of like horseshoes and.
It's like shuffleboard, only with
Little bit.
beanbags, right? Yeah.
It's a beautiful combination of like 5 different sports. That's what it is.
So the picnic coming up, picking up the food on Friday. It's exciting. It's amazing how a lot of the food has changed over the years that I've been on staff. And so, do you remember, Joe? We used to get a lot of sodas and Hi-C and all that stuff. And nobody drinks soda. Well, there's a few people that drink soda.
I know. I was actually pretty infuriated
The young adults were like pretty upset, and I had to. I threw some people under the bus. Let's just say.
So
No, it was. I mean, come on, guys. We're going to a picnic and we have only LaCroix and water. I mean,
So
come on. What
so
are we?
what
Are we
kind of-
rationing here? Like, what's going on here?
What kind of soda should I get then?
I
I mean, what kind of soda should we get?
Coke and Sprite are classics.
you
can't
need
go
to
wrong
have
there.
Diet Coke in there.
Diet Coke?
Probably Coke, Diet Coke, Sprite.
The first year I bought a case of Diet Coke,
And
you know how
nobody
many-
drank it?
Nobody
That
drank it.
surprises me
I
because
think
Diet
maybe
Coke
one
is.
Diet Coke was gone.
Maybe it's not for our
poison.
church. It's my favorite type of poison that I like to
You
drink.
drink Diet Coke?
Oh, I love Diet
The
Coke.
problem is like there's Diet Coke
I
and
didn't know
Coke
that.
Zero.
Oh,
I
I
think
like
your
both.
mom did.
Coke Zero probably is the one that would sell.
No, Diet.
No,
Everyone loves
everyone's
Diet
Diet
Coke,
Coke?
but
I don't know.
I prefer Coke Zero, but I'll drink Diet Coke too. I love all the poison.
So when I drank soda, I was a
I
root
used to,
beer
too.
Mountain Dew guy. Those were the classics. And a cherry Coke every now and again.
There
Cherry
you go.
Coke is so good, but I won't even be there. So
I mean, if it's not in
Yeah.
there, it's all right. Like if I'm not doing it, it's probably not in there. So
I'm
it's
good
fine.
with water. I'm
And
not
then,
the one to
then,
ask.
then the first year, I think we also got a bunch of Hi-C, like
For the little kids,
yeah, and
yeah, see, no one. That's
it's sugar.
No
It's just like straight sugar. I think people are kind of tapping.
you gotta
into
get if you're gonna do
now.
that, you gotta do Capri Suns. Really tap
Did
into
the Capri
youths.
Suns go? Maybe we do Capri
no,
Suns.
I got Capri Suns, but then it was like I got the wrong ones. Like there's certain flavors that everybody likes, and there's one that nobody likes, and whichever ones I got were the ones nobody likes.
It's a hard job to pick the menu for the church picnic.
Water for everybody.
Is your famous sausage?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Oh yeah, because that's really
Good.
good.
It got mentioned on the
On
the
the pulpit.
stage, and I was like, I don't know if we're having it. It's gonna be an uproar if we don't have it.
We're
Okay,
having
good,
it.
good, good.
Carrie's already like made sure you got the Canucka coming. I'm like, yeah. So this year we're going to do it different. Usually we just cook the links and cut them. So I'm going to cut them ahead of time. At Man Up, I don't know who it was. It might have been Frank or somebody. He was in charge of cooking the Canucka. And so he took it and he cut it in little pieces about an inch long. And then when he cooked them on the Blackstone, it was crunchy all the way around. And it was like another layer of awesome. It was really
It
good.
was good too because it was bite size. I
Oh,
just
yeah.
I popped like 2 or 3. It was great.
It's called a what?
Canucka.
Canucka?
So Conecuh.
So that's the sausage is called a Canucka?
So here's the story. You're going to get the story. This is podcast gold, right? When we lived in Alabama, so Canucka sausage is made in it's actually Evergreen, Alabama. And so I'm cooking on the grill. I'm outside. Neighbor walks over, my buddy Coach Gabe, and he goes, "Hey man, what you doing?" I said, He goes, "I'll be right back." And he comes back with a pack of Canucka sausage, and he goes, "This is what we do in Alabama." So he gives me this pack of sausage, and I go, "Oh, that's great." So the tradition in the area we were in was, as you're cooking burgers or steaks or whatever else, you put Canucka sausage on the grill and you cook it while you're cooking. And the Canucka never goes inside. It's for the guys as they're sitting there talking around the grill. And Miss Carrie had a bite of it, and that was it.
That was it.
We have some professional sausage people in our church. We have some retired men who spent their careers with, like, I believe the nickname, if I'm not mistaken, is the sausage king of the Midwest is here.
Wow.
And when he had the Canucka sausage, he came up to me and says, "That's good sausage."
It's good sausage. It was good sausage.
It is. It's good stuff.
It's always on the Fluor grill. Matter of fact, there's kids in my house. That's what they want for their birthdays, Canucka sausage. So yes, it'll be there. My mouth is watering now.
I know, I'm excited.
So the regular ham, and you know what else is funny is like the hamburgers and hot dogs we get, they're all beef, but they're like the Sam's Club all beef patties
They're
and all
good.
beef, and they are so good.
They're good.
They are good.
We have some people
the
who
food
throw
is
down
always
at the
good,
grill.
and I will tell you, this congregation makes a mean salad. Everybody makes
Yeah.
great potato salad,
The desserts are
coleslaws.
always-
The desserts are
oh,
over
yeah.
the top.
Yeah.
Over the top. I have, just
I'm always
Wow.
excited too to see the new people out there, to mingle with the new people. So yeah, we have a lot of new people. Have you guys noticed like a lot of new people at our church?
Yeah.
It's exciting. A lot of younger couples. So yeah, excited for that. It's one of my favorites every year. I think Jose said that too, right? It's one of our favorites. And then not only the picnic, but we also have. It's a busy. These next
it's a
few
huge
weeks are.
month.
March Madness, baby.
Oh yeah.
That was good.
Yeah,
March
it's
Madness.
March Madness at CCPH.
Women's conference
It's the
coming up.
21st, Saturday the 21st.
So that's going to be at
And that's
going to
be from 8:30 in the morning until 2:30 in the afternoon.
Nice. Do we know who's speaking?
Yeah. So there's some ladies coming. Pastors' wives from all over the
yeah.
state are coming.
Nice.
Yeah.
That'll be awesome.
I don't know who's speaking exactly, but I do know, I'm going to put a plug in, we really need some men to show up that afternoon to get the auditorium or whatever ready for Saturday night service and Sunday.
I need to check that sign up sheet.
Because
I
it's
know
it's
Jose
going to be,
mentioned
I don't know who's helping set it up. I'm sure you're part of that.
Yeah.
But it's going to be tables, and then we're going to have to turn it into the
I know.
sanctuary.
Joel has
again.
already started setting up.
So podcast exclusive.
Show us
here.
your arms, Joel.
I think we actually aren't doing tables in the sanctuary.
Ah.
Yeah, that was a new thing as of like today.
Ah.
So podcast
But we have-
exclusive.
I think
Welcome
we've
in.
got a lot of people coming. I mean,
So we'll probably do classroom tables like we
Okay.
did for the last prophecy conference. So we'll see.
So Joel's already.
I could change by the time this podcast out.
Joel is already working. If he can see his arms, he's already got paint.
We're nesting. We're nesting. It's the new blue.
Let me just say this: the women's ministry at Calvary Chapel Palm Harbor, they could do anything. They have a brunch, a meeting, a whatever, and 80, 100 people show up. And
well,
so
it's
and
really.
it's this is not just us. I guess there's Calvaries all over the
Yeah.
state are coming.
And then I have 3 more people. I have my sister and 3 other women coming.
Yeah.
So I'm excited.
I'll be here. I mean, I'm not a woman, but I know I'll be here. So covering whatever I got to do. So
That's good teaching. I like coming.
oh gosh.
Oh, the teaching's
Hey.
always good at the women's conference.
Hey.
It's always good.
So I always feel like I'm eavesdropping, like I shouldn't be in the room, but I'm always
Oh,
blessed.
it's
that
always
that
good.
widows conference.
Oh my goodness, that was so good.
That really was.
Wow, it's good. And then of course we have this Saturday night is the Colin and Amy Thornton are hosting another one of those campfire nights. And I don't know if you guys got a chance to go out to the last one, but they have a beautiful backyard. I don't know if you got to see any of the pictures, but they've redone their whole backyard. They have some artificial turf. They have these what are those lights with the little light bulbs on them that go around? They have a fire pit. And then Colin does worship, and so there'll be a small devotion. There's a time of fellowship and some good food. And that guy, He makes the best brisket.
Oh my gosh!
Mm.
I got to be careful. I offended people when I said it from the pulpit. Like people are like, "What about mine? What about this?" And it's
We
like,
have a lot
gotta
of
be
people that
careful,
make
too.
good brisket, and this church has amazing chefs, and
We're getting derailed by food right now.
we have a lot of
I
food.
didn't have dinner. I didn't have my second dinner yet.
I mean, it just goes to show our events have a lot of food in it.
And then I also need to make sure we mention the Easter baskets. That's a pretty big deal.
Yeah.
Dana Anderson has been doing that for a couple of years, and it's such a blessing to the folks that are in that skilled nursing facility.
It's for the Gables, right?
Correct. And so even if you can't do a basket, just to pray over those baskets. That's a group of folks that definitely need the love of Christ. And so we can assume, you just don't know. So yeah.
Was that you or Jose who said that? Where it was like you just kind of with that
Age
demographic,
group
you just kind
demographic.
of assume, but that is very far from the truth, unfortunately. That was a good reminder. I like that they said that.
And
Was that you or Pastor Jose?
Pastor Jose?
Okay.
But as a reminder too, a lot of those folks that are there, they don't see family. They don't see, and
Yeah.
even my dad is in a facility, and he has a roommate now, and he said that nobody comes and visit him, no family, and it could be that he doesn't have any family. So just that
Yeah.
thought of loneliness, and so
Yeah,
Yeah.
those baskets need to be back Palm Sunday, March 29th.
yeah. So here we go, March Madness, right? So we got the campfire, we got the picnic, we got the women's conference, we have Palm Sunday, we have communion, we have I think
Ladies'
Good
crafts
Friday.
too.
Good Friday service. I think we're doing a Good Friday again this year, and then Easter.
I'll toss something in there. We're doing some youth kickball on the 29th.
Oh yeah.
Your flashlight's on, by the way.
Good.
Ooh.
Hey,
Youth
so
kickball, man. That's a storied rivalry.
It is, man. I got the logos.
I
this
saw
year.
that. I was pretty impressed.
That's AI, man. AI could not do that last year. I tried, but this year it could.
how many kickball games have you been to, Colby? How many winning teams? have you
I've been on.
We've been doing it 10 years plus.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna say at least 5 plus, probably more.
Is
Yeah.
this the kids? The
Yeah,
kickball?
youth. Yeah, but
It's
I
the only game I played when I was a kid.
I wriggle my way into the kickball all the time.
You weren't not into the.
Ball sports, and no, it wasn't good. It wasn't good.
Here's my.
But kickball was, you couldn't hurt me with kickball. I mean, it was good.
Don't give me a challenge.
Here's my,
You're always welcome to come out. March 29th.
Here's my 2 kickball stories. So we played kickball at a Thanksgiving get-together when we lived in Alabama, and all my brothers were there with their kids. And I have one specific brother. I'm not going to say his name, but he's very musicianally talented. Like he is a musician. He's very talented. All right, so he did worship here for a while. He's very talented, but athletics are just not his thing. So my kids are very athletic, the family very athletic. So it was his turn to kick the kickball, and we played in the side yard, and we used one of those big yoga balls because it's harder to hit people with. It's less fighting.
You can't hurt. You can't. Yeah.
Like one of those ones you sit on, like the huge yoga ball.
Yeah.
Not that big, but it's pretty nice size.
Okay.
And so the pitch came in, and my brother, he wanted to look so cool in front of the boys, and so he went to kick. And when he's kicked, missed the kickball, and like Charlie Brown came up in the air and landed on his back right in the ground. And the boys still to this day, they love that story. You said kickball? Yeah. And the other one was when I was helping with youth with Jeff, and then we had a young man on our youth group by the name of Stephen Cardew. And we were playing kickball, and he was on Jeff's team, and he was running. He got a nice kick. It was all in outfield, and I grabbed the kickball, and he was running for home, and I threw it as hard as I could from the outfield, and it never bounced. And right when his foot touched home plate, it hit him in the head.
Wow.
Knocked him off his
That's
feet.
impressive.
He's out.
He's out. I was shocked. I'll never forget. That's the best kickball play I've ever had in my life. Couldn't do
No.
it again if I had to.
No, when there was gym class, I remember I would never get picked on a team, and I didn't really care because I was happy to be the cheerleader. I have a voice for cheerleading. I don't have the skill set for baseball or anything, but I can cheer.
Well, I think that's about it for us today,
Yeah.
the podcast. And I do want to make a note that it finally feels good in here. Like, I think the air conditioning finally
I think
caught
it's
on.
working.
I'm just,
Yeah.
I'm
It's
just
working.
starting to sweat now. So.
That's a win. That's honestly a win.
Hey, so the question from last week, by the way, Irene, I don't know if we prepared you for this. The question from last week was, if you could only eat one food, what would it be? And I think Joel was pizza rolls.
Oh, yeah. With some buffalo sauce. I ate some pizza rolls after that podcast. I was like, I know what I'm eating for dinner.
Shana was pizza. I don't remember what yours was, Colby.
I don't remember what mine was either. I'm gonna say
Probably burgers, I think, right?
I was gonna say steak actually.
Yeah.
Mine would be peel and eat shrimp.
Ooh.
Ooh, okay.
The only problem I have with those is sometimes I'm hungry and it's a lot of work. It's like one of those.
That's why it's shrimp. You can now get peel and eat as shrimp is not bad as crab because I like crab better, but it's way too much work.
Too much work. You got a question for us this week, Joel, for our listeners?
I feel like I got a good one. I got to make sure I word it right. If you were a household furniture, what would you be?
A piece of furniture.
A piece of furniture. That's how I should word it. A piece of furniture.
I'm gonna.
Are we just letting that think through till next week?
No, Irene, you have to answer.
I gotta answer it.
I'll go. I've been sitting on it. I'd be a sofa.
Okay.
Just a sofa.
Yeah, I'm cuddly. Like I'm a little chunky. You know. Like my nieces and nephews, they love laying on me. I don't know.
Man,
I'm gonna say I'd be a TV stand.
my two choices would be it's either an ottoman or the kitchen table. I like the kitchen table.
I was thinking game table. You know, like where everybody
puzzles,
wherever anybody
bingo.
sits around and
that's
talks.
where we sit around and play Proverbs Bingo.
Mm-hmm.
Adults are swimming. I got it.
I'm telling you, dude, that is a good idea.
Yeah. The game table would be where I'd want to be.
I like that.
All right. Well, like and subscribe, share, reach out to us. Again, we'd like to hear from you. You can comment on YouTube, Spotify, or, of course, in person. You can come up and say hey. And then we still have some open spots, too. So we would ask you to prayerfully consider maybe coming on the podcast, being a special guest. It's not bad, right, Irene?
It's not bad at all. It's not bad at all. Come partake in the podcast.
What was your word when we did the year end, when you were describing the podcast?
Oh, I don't remember now.
Did you say something about being flustered or tight? Didn't you say tight? No.
Irene, was it you that had prepared so much and I told you the wrong week and you prepared for the wrong week? Was that what it was?
Oh.
I'm not real good at this thing. Oh, by the way, we're doing a completely
I don't remember what I did. I would have to go back and look. I don't
remember either. I thought I don't know.
I think I actually said we're a little overwhelmed, wasn't I?
That's what it was, something like that.
Because I had notes
and sticky notes.
I had notes this time. I just didn't have notes.
Yeah. So again, we're getting people to come on for a second time. So it's not that bad.
So
no, it's nice.
Like easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
But I appreciate you giving me time to talk about New Life Solutions too, because that's real important.
Yeah, and then if you have other friends in the church that you think would benefit from coming and being a special guest, then let them know. And you have the link, correct? So you can even share that link.
I can.
And we can maybe put that in the description.
We can put it, of
the podcast.
So I tell you what I'll try to do is I'll see if the person who does the podcast work, if he can remember to put the link in for New Life Solutions, and then also the link to do sign up as well. So
that would be great.
Yeah. Hey, thanks for listening. Thanks for checking in with us. Love you guys. Any closing thoughts, Joel?
Nothing off the top of my head.
Irene?
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
All right, thank you, guys. We'll see you next time.